sports talk is going to the next level. We're partnering with Montgomery Community Media to make new content right here. We'll be making studio content and podcast content here. And if you want to come over and talk sports with me, just message me on Instagram. And today, it's all about soccer. In 2026, the World Cup, arguably one of the biggest sporting events in the world of all time, will be jointly hosted by Canada, Mexico, and the United States. Now, in the past couple of decades, soccer hasn't really been a huge interest in Americans. But for a country to be hosting the World Cup, there has to be some sort of rapid rising interest in that country. So what happened? Lionel Messi. That's what happened. Lionel Messi is arguably the greatest soccer player of all time, and in 2022, he came to Inter Miami CF in Major League Soccer. Inter Miami has been doing great ever since Messi joined. Right now, as of recording, they are in the playoffs and they have won their first playoff game. And Messi, of course, has been a huge part of not only Inter Miami's growth of the club, but as the MLS's growth as a league. This year alone, there have been 18 new MLS sponsorships, a record. Another record is this year. The average attendance in any MLS game has been about 23,000 people per game. And his jersey alone is the highest sold MLS jersey of all time. So in terms of giving the MLS some money and obviously making the people interested in not only him, but the overall MLS, he's done a really good job of that. But another important part of bringing any sport to people is involving the youth in it. Companies like Montgomery Soccer Inc. have partnered with MLS Go, an organization run by the MLS, to help kids be more active and participate in the game of soccer in the United States, outside of the current competitive system that most professional or semi-pro players have to go through to get onto a team. And this is super important because it broadens the amount of people that are interacting with the game of soccer. Now, the United States is hosting lots of different events in the world of soccer over the next 4 to 5 years. One of them, of course, is the 2026 World Cup, like I said, jointly hosted by United States, Canada, and Mexico. But they're also hosting two pretty notable events in the next couple years. The 2025 Gold Cup, which if you don't know what the Gold Cup is pretty much like the World Cup, but it's only for teams from North America, Central America, and the Caribbeans. And it hasn't been actually confirmed yet, but the United States is the likely favorite to host the 2025 Gold Cup. But in 2025, the United States will definitely be hosting another competition, the 2025 Club World Cup. And as you can see from the name, the Club World Cup is pretty much just a World Cup, but instead of having national teams, it has clubs. This isn't the full picture of how the United States has fully grown. Part of that is from the U.S. Soccer Federation and their two main national teams, the U.S. Men's National Soccer Team and the U.S. Women's National Soccer Team. The U.S. Women's National Soccer Team is arguably the best women's national soccer team in the world. And they have 4 Women's World Cups and 5 Olympic gold medals, including the 2024 Summer Olympics in Paris, which I went to. And they've had stars like Trinity Rodman, who is still currently playing with them, Megan Rapinoe, and Alex Morgan. But what about the men's national soccer team? The men's national soccer team has been getting better year by year. They have stars like Christian Pulisic, Weston McKennie, and Timothy Weah, who play in top 5 European leagues. And they just hired a new manager, Mauricio Pochettino, who used to be the manager of Chelsea Football Club in the Premier League in England. Both of these national teams together bring a huge culture in the United States, bringing both girls and boys together to watch the beautiful game. If this video makes you interested in watching or playing soccer here in Montgomery County, there are a couple teams that you could look at. If you're looking for a professional soccer team to root for, try looking at the Washington Spirit or DC United, who both play at Audi Field in Washington, D.C. But Montgomery County, we have our own homegrown teams. We have Maryland Bobcats FC, who play in the 3rd division of U.S. soccer. We also have the Montgomery College Raptors, men's and women's soccer teams, or just follow your local MCPS middle or high school. This is George Johnson IV reporting from Montgomery Community Media, and I'll see you next time.